I thought Tim was kidding when he said to line up a 500-yard shot. The goal today is to cull out a management buck and help the landowner with his management program. But seriously, 500 yards? You know what I say? With the right gear, anything is possible.
It's early December, overcast, really windy. I normally like to take my management bucks out before the rut. This deer was in pre-rut, and he had some does picked out already, and he was staying close to them. These does hardly ever left the oak patch, so I knew he wasn't too far. Dave had a show with my daughter Megan. We've hunted together before, and he's become like a brother to me. I called him up one day and I told him to get down here. I got a buck picked out for him, and let's go shoot him. Dave finally showed up at the house that morning, so we loaded up my truck, got our rifles, and we headed off to my mother's house. This is where that oak patch was. This is where I know we've been seeing this deer. As we were driving in the driveway, I looked out there. Hey, there he is. He's right out there. He's actually even laid down with some other does around him. So we put the truck on the brush line and we crawled out. And I told Dave, I said, let's ease up here at this fence line. There's an old highline post that's laying on the ground there. I said, look, go up there on the highline pole, get you a good rest off of it, and get you a good shot at this deer. So that's what we did. Get you a shot. He's a long ways out there, but I think with that scope we can range him and get a pretty good shot.
Well, we got the wind right at us.
Wind and everything. Let's go get him.
Let's do it.
I was nervous to take a 500-yard shot. I usually take shots inside of 200 yards. That's just what I'm more experienced in. I'm curious about my followers. What's the typical length you train at to prepare for a deer hunt? Let me know in the comments. And if I could do something better, let me know that too.
This is a pet rifle of mine. It's a 7mm caliber. It's a 280. Shoots 140 to 160 grain bullet. I like to use the Barnes XPS. I hand load. I bought this Burris scope. I always want to try one of these things. And I'll tell you what, it is pretty gnarly. It's got a button on the side here. All you do is put your crosshairs on whatever you're going to shoot at, and you hold this button down. It will range it, and it'll give you some numbers up on top, and that's your yardage. And it'll also, on your vertical line, it'll light up a little dot. And all you got to do is put the dot on whatever you're going to be shooting at. And pull the trigger, and it'll go down. Not grouping your shots very good on rifle? Here's what I like to do with my hunters. I'll set up a full bottle of water and let them shoot it. It's a lot of fun and it's a confidence builder. Man, it was a good shot. That old bullet just slapped that old deer. He humped up and he jumped and he took off. He probably didn't go 50 feet and rolled it up. Well, that deer was down and Dave was happy.
I got him. Awesome. That was 537 yards. According to Burroughs, that was what I ranged him at. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, that's a big body 7. Tim, come on, I got him.
Dave was all excited. He rolled over and looked at me. He said, you know, I ranged that deer at 537 yards. That was a good shot. Perfect, right behind the shoulder. Good shot. We finally went down to the deer and looked at him. He was a long ways off. We got up to him, I looked at him, I opened his mouth, I aged the deer. He's a good 7.5-year-old deer. There was even like 2 teeth missing out of his smooth mouth. Just a 7-point, but he was a deer that was on the downhill slide. A really good deer to take out, and I was real happy for Dave. It's important to define what a management deer is on your ranch. If you want 10s or better, take out the older 8s. Make sure he's 4.5 and take out the long spikes. You really need to know your deer herd. One of the things you can do is get a $400 video camera and video your deer. Show it to someone or show it to your neighbor that knows more about deer than you do. Age your deer and determine if he's a shooter or not.
Tim provides some tips regarding management, and he talks about what it means.
Looks like a good shot too. How far did that thing say it was?
537 yards.
I figured he was 5+, so.
That's an awesome piece of equipment.
Yeah, that bird scope is pretty nice. Burst eliminator, pretty cool stuff, ain't it?
Built-in rangefinder.
Everything.
A little red dot. Dude.
That's it, that's it.
Come on. Oh, he's down.
Yeah, he's down. I don't see him moving or anything, so let's go get him.
Let's go check him out. Oh, that was great. That's my longest shot ever.
537-yard shot right behind the shoulder. 7.5-year-old buck, 7-point management. More hunting coming your way. Watch this hunting show on your screen for tips, tricks, and outdoor education. Always be learning.